I mean, my passion is environment. I'm an environmental science student. But I think what was the turning point was the fact that until today, despite being in this industry for so long, I still really enjoy waking up and loving exactly the daily things that I do. And I don't think it's something every woman would be blessed with, but as long as I still love the daily activities that I work within this field, I don't think nothing can stop me from continuing doing what I'm doing right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So everything's from the heart from this point onwards, isn't it?
For me, yeah. I'm just really lucky. I have a supportive husband as well. To allow me to put my passion first, and then build, a small business around it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the support system is really. It has to be there, right?
As a woman, yeah.
Yeah. How about Miss Claire? What made you feel that this is your thing?
Well, I was in advertising and sales and marketing for the past 20 years, so it's not my field from the beginning. But
right.
I was raised in a family where, yes, from the 80s we've been recycling. I'm really sensitive to waste and pollutions. And I moved to Asia about 12 years ago now. And then I really, how in some part of the world, you hide the waste. You don't see it. It's not littered. You walk on the beach, you don't see the waste that much.
Yes.
Here you go to Bali, all those pristine beach. You just take a gentle stroll along the beach, and then you realize it's full of garbage. So that's what started. Waste is actually a massive issue. So that started about 10 to 12 years ago for me.
Right. So how would you feel? How would you actually tell your audience when it comes to having that huge change in your career? Was it an easy task for you? Was it something difficult to achieve?
At the beginning, I was very angry.
Angry?
Yeah, because I was trying to be super zero waste. Okay, I'm going to cut down on all my waste. And I was angry at everybody. And then the anger turned into, okay, what can I do? And this is how things started to change.
Yeah.
Because I started to create a blog in Hong Kong because I lived in Hong Kong at the time. I started to, while still working in another field, I was still worked in advertising. So, but as I created the Zero Waste Hong Kong Green Home in Hong Kong as a blog on how to live zero waste, how to share. So the anger turned into encouragement, and people were following me, and created the social media page for Hong Kong Green Home, and I could tell I was not alone, and we were all a bit frustrated with waste, and we all wanted to do something. So this is where all of a sudden, this massive anger turned into, oh yes, let's work on it together, and we have solution. But the solutions doesn't have to be necessarily from the government. We can be part of the solution, and as a consumer, we can be the change.
Right, being the change.
Yes. All of us can change drastically the amount of waste we produce every day.
I mean, the fact that you use the word angry, I feel that you're a very passionate woman when it comes to this.
The three of us on this table.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I love the way that you turn the anger into something so bombastic, like something, a movement that actually inspires people. All right, so that's your story, Miss Claire. How about you, Miss Mariani? What made you come to this part of your life right now, being passionate about environment? What is your drive?
During working with Puhilitan, I was seconded to Copenhagen Zoo, Denmark, supervised by Dr. Carl Treholt. And by that time, I was introduced to the concept of rehabilitation of captive wildlife. It really captured my interest. Then I went to training and volunteering at Gibbon Rehabilitation Project at Thailand, and I went to Gibbon Project at Cambodia and other places. And in 2016, I decided to seriously begin an NGO for the purpose of rehabilitation captive primates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the eureka moment probably when with Copenhagen Zoo, when I first knew that captive raised wildlife can be returned to wild and still can be part of the ecosystem. Since then, I think I found my calling.
Right. So you went on ground, experienced it firsthand, and you realized that things have to be changed. We as humans have to be better people when it comes to treating the environment. And all three of you are remarkable women trying to make a difference in this world. So in general, do you think women are great leaders when it comes to being or holding the flag of sustainability? Are we taken seriously today? Is gender even an issue to begin with?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I have to say, on my case, no, I never faced any issue as a woman being undermined business-wise in my whole career. I got really lucky.
Yeah, you'd be angry if they do.
I would. But see, now I'm a 41-year-old woman.
Okay, are you? Oh gosh, you take care of yourself.
If I was 25, maybe that would have been different. But no, I was lucky. I never experienced it. But at the same time, I always had female and male around me who were always supporting and, you know, as mentors. So I was, I'm very lucky on that one. But I can imagine, yes, as women, it's from the beginning. Luckily, my parents really helped me and nurtured me on that way. We feel we're not adequate, and I can imagine, and we are facing problems. I mean, let me tell you, I have a full-time job. I have 3 young kids, and Yasmin is the same. It's super challenging. We do work more than men. It's a fact.
It is
because of course we have to get home. For some reason, my husband works very hard too, but he doesn't handle homeworks and all of it. It's still housework.
You're gonna make food.
I have a fantastic Mary Poppins at home who does. I mean,
can I have one?
So Mary Poppins works very, very hard to help me. So I have a tribe around me. I mean, a whole team to help around. But for sure, yes, we don't have the same issues.
Right. But the ability to take on these things and being able to multitask, making sure the home is great, work is fine, people are doing their stuff. I mean, that's what you've actually faced. You've never been undermined before. You've been around.
I mean, we all have
people who respect women. How about Malaysia or Asia per se? Miss Mariani or Miss Yasmin has got an opinion about this.
I think some, because it's say about 5 to 10% of field researchers expect a woman to do woman's work in the jungle.
Oh,
like cooking meals.
Like what?
Yes, like cooking meals, washing pots,
really?
Yes.
Oh, how dare
baking,
they?
baking.
Oh gosh.
Instead of collecting data.
I see.
Yeah,
well, that's bad.
But this usually happens to local team instead of foreign researcher.
Okay.
Mostly, it's just perception that women are less suitable for carrying fieldworks effectively. But that was early day when I was beginning fieldwork, and not
so much.
Not so much.
Right. So that was the earlier days, and you've seen the change now, right?
Yes.
So people are getting women to go down and dirty,
10
get
years
the
ago.
data, climb that tree, and all that, right?
Yeah.
So that's great. How about you, Miss Yasmin? What do you say?
A little bit different. I think it depends what sort of community I'm dealing with.
Right.
Half of my work involves going down to the ground to meet communities. And the more rural places I go, I find myself having to respect certain gender boundaries.
I see.
So I'm lucky, like yourself as well. I've got a team that I've got a team that's male led. You know, when you want to go talk to a ketua kampong, a head of the village, or you want to approach a predominantly, in general, communities, especially outside in rural areas, they're more patriarchal. Men, very led by men. And if you look at the village community, 99% of them are men.
Right.
So I respect these boundaries because my objective is to get things done, get things moving. So with community work, I normally allow the male team to lead, to strike that conversation with the village head, who most of the time would be conservative, and I don't look my part.
Right.
So I divert my energy and attention towards women and children in most communities.
I see.
Because my strategy would be, the world is 50-50 women and men.
Right.
I'm not saying it's not worth approaching men to address conservation and environmental issues.
Of course.
But I like to use the angle of women because I think, especially rural communities, faces like us don't come normally for them. And when they see someone that's taking a leadership role or, a little bit more inspiring or doing something different, it's something new for them.
Right.
And they like that to have conversations as well. I mean, they want to be inspired themselves.
I see.
So I like to focus on more women issues because I think, like you said, women multitask a lot. I mean, environment probably is not a priority for them.
Yes.
But if I can make them realize what within their household, they can be a bit greener and mix common sense. And I hope to continue doing it. At least get women not educated, not knowledgeable,
more involved,
because you think most of them are going to raise children,
of course.
And if we could just get women to look at imparting these small habitual changes in their lifestyle, that'd be great. More greener children, for the country.
Perhaps some would think, why do you even bother going to rural areas and approach them in the first place? But it is ultimately important, because they are the communities that's living within the nature itself that can help go on ground and do their part and be a very significant force when it comes to dealing with the environment itself. So do you think that empowering women or pretty much anywhere around the world, be it rural areas or the city life or city place, can make the planet more sustainable? Are women going to be a force that should be recognized when it comes to making sure the environment is all good and a better sustainable place in the future? Perhaps Miss Claire, you've got something to share.
I would say absolutely. On that note, don't quote me, but Steve Jobs was always saying, if you have a business plan, of course, run it through different people. Always ask male, but mainly ask female as well, because male, how they build a business, and I don't want to do stereotypes, but it's competitive. Like, it's how can I destroy this business so I can get his business?
Right.
Women. It's the opposite. It's how we can grow together. So, and this is how I approach my business as well. I, like for the Hive Bowl Food, I don't think we have competitors, but I know, and I'm in friend, and we're in touch with the other business who are in health, wellness, sustainability. We all work together.
Right.
We would never imagine ourselves as competitors. It's all about really helping each other and growing together. So maybe it's more of a female, which is less destructive approach.
We all love each other, isn't it?
Yes.
We hold our hands and we grow together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of course there's always this stereotype about women. They use the B word, the cat fight. It's all, but those are all generated by the male world. So which is actually, we have to show it's absolutely not true. And the Hive is run, and we in talk with, I'm not going to name all the businesses, female owned businesses in KL, but all the very successful. The Hive is too new to say it's successful or not. It's not really the point at this stage. It's just all of us women businesses, we pretty much all know each other and we really help each other.
Right.
So, and I think it's very important and very healthy.
I love the way that you put into business perspective into this, coinciding with environment, how we should work together, regardless of the gender, pretty much. But I would like to hear as well about the policies and practices that really work in promoting and retaining top female talent. What truly sparks change within the organization itself?
I think Malaysia has some really good policies to make sure women play bigger managerial roles, or become board members. But I think in the latest news that I've read, we're still under delivering that number in this country. I'm not sure what is the hiccup in terms of getting more women on board on more leadership positions. Then again, like I said, we live in a more very male-dominated society.
Still,
I'm not sure what it takes to get the males to understand that I think women bring a lot of balance in leadership positions. I'm not undermining men, but I think women are a bit more compassionate. Maybe men would say we're more emotional, but I think we're emotional, and then that allows us to feel and sense a bigger audience than men. So I really hope that, with this forum that we're organizing, which Claire and Mariani is speaking in, would serve as a catalyst for young women who are, in the universities or have just graduated and then trying to find a foot in what industry they want to be in, what sort of industry they want to be future leaders in. So I'm really indebted to Mariani and Claire for agreeing to be part of this forum, because I think it's my mission to continuously attract more women into the field of sustainability environment, and it's also to educate women that the field of sustainability is huge. Like Claire's has got a very entrepreneurial approach to it, and that's very critical as well.
It is.
Women need to look at income generation, but if it's income generation that's sustainable, that's good for the planet, why not?
Why not?
Have more women champion it.
Yeah.
And for Mariani, it's just impressive to see a woman, be advocating for given protection, something unheard of. And I think soon there'll be some really interesting news coming on from her way, and setting up more structured approaches to gibbon conservation. So these two women are really, I think, the epitome of what we have right now. I think it's our job and duty to just get more young women motivated, inspired to take this same journey as well. Right. So I hope they will be excellent mentors for all the young listeners, women listeners listening to it right now.
Yeah, and it comes to the forum, and not just the listeners. Myself right now, just sitting in front of you, I'm already inspired looking at how great your achievements are. Now, before we take a break, I'd like to ask Ms. Marianne and Ms. Claire itself, why do you think that it takes a special person with specific special abilities to be able to be leaders in their respective fields? So what do you think, what does it take to make a great woman leader per se, based on your experiences? Maybe Ms. Marianne, you let you share.
For me, not to say special person or ability, it's more like special effort. And special desire,
of course,
to see a strong, complete ecosystem. In my time, being preserved until I can pass the responsibility to the next generation.
So that's the thing that you're going to leave behind, your responsibilities, your actions, and your effort towards the world, right?
Yeah.
Ms. Claire, what do you think?
For me, because I'm on the business side and entrepreneurial side, so here this is an entrepreneur approach.
Yes.
So there is no difference between male and female in my field, because here, yes, I'm the boss at the hive. But so if it was a male, it would be the same, except I work double because, yes, my oldest is almost 7 and I have twins who are 5.5. So then that's it. Okay, you got the picture. So as an entrepreneur, it's already 7 days, 24 hours. But on top of it, I'm still a mother, and I'm still, I do exist myself. But this is, in the meantime, doesn't happen. Right? I'm hoping in 10 years I'll get that. But yes, Yasmin, you hear me now. Yes. So, but being a female or a male in my field, there is no different. The result has to be, you have to give 150%, you have to make it profitable. So male or female, there is no different. It's just a business model you have to follow, and you have to be extremely motivated.
Right.
Now, maybe because I'm a female, part of our team, we work with the refugees, we empower women. Like the products we sell at the hive, yes, it's all bulk food, no package, but if it's manufactured, I try to take female from KL. Right. And if I can first take single moms, better, of course. I'll take the single mom who has mom of 2. I'll take her business, and she will sell her products at the hive. We work with the refugees, Afghan, Burmese, so that might be the female approach. We as well, one of our part-time employees has Down syndrome. So that might be as well my nurturing approach, that is like we can all really contribute and help. But again, it's a for-profit business. If they're not good, they're not part of the team.
Yes. They have to come.
They have to deliver.
They're part of the deal as well,
and, right? From you're a refugee or you have or you're Malaysian, to me is exactly the same. This is your task. Same task for everybody.
Right.
You have to deliver on that one.
So you don't allow just compassion to be the driving factor.
Otherwise it would be failed business.
Of course. It has to be a great balance, yes, right?
But it's all about training and giving people's chance.
Right. So I love that entrepreneurial part of you as well, at the same time coinciding with compassion, but everything has got its limits, and we have to see situations as it is as well. So I would like to know a bit more about the forum in a bit, as mentioned by you, Ms. Yasmin, but let's take a short little break for our listeners to digest, to actually understand our conversation today. After this break, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Traxx Momentum.
Like us on our Facebook page, Traxx FM Official.
cross, we're both down a plate, and somehow you go astray.
List geared to make you go wow. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Traxx Momentum.
Welcome to the second part of the interview. If you just joined me, I am with Miss Yasmin Rasyid, Miss Claire Sancelot, and Miss Mariani Ramli. Thank you for still being here, ladies. Picking up from where we left off earlier, we have this amazing forum coming our way. So give us the details. What is it all about? And do furnish us with the details, Miss Yasmin.
Well, so we're organizing a forum called Women's Leadership and Sustainability.
Okay.
This is held in conjunction with the 10th Kuala Lumpur Eco Film Festival. It's a free festival for basically everyone that lives in the Klang Valley to come and enjoy the entire week of environmental themed activities. So we felt that a forum was appropriate. This will be held on a Tuesday on the 24th of October.
Or that's next month?
Yeah, next month at Black Box Publica from 1 to 6 p.m. Anyone that's listening to it right now who would really need a dose of inspiration and to come and meet the amazing lineup of women are encouraged to register with us for the forum at kleff.my. Registration is happening right now. We have very, very limited seats, and I just think we have some amazing star speakers. We have Claire Sancelot from the Hive, Bug Foods. We have Mariani Ramli, I think one of the top female conservationists that's coming up right now. We've got Datin Mina Chia, the founder and managing director of The Body Shop, as well as Pelf Nyok, who's a total conservationist. So it wasn't easy to find all these amazing women from all corners of the country.
You've done a good job. Definitely.
So Malaysia should just come out and experience and suck in all these energy and vibes from these women.
Yeah. I'd like to highlight a little bit on Miss Mariani. You're widely recognized as one of the great experts on gibbons, and perhaps you can share with us, why is it important for us to recognize and start protecting gibbons? Why is it important?
Why are protecting gibbons important?
Yeah.
The law says it's important.
The law says it's important.
According to Wildlife Act 716/2010.
Okay.
And the sentimental says it's important. And what if my children don't know what is gibbon?
Yes.
And the logic say it's important. But and gibbons actually have irreplaceable roles in their ecosystem. As jungle engineers or farmers.
Okay.
They do what orangutan do. Okay. Gibbons are declining. We know that because they are not imported, not bred locally, but sold in local black market actively.
Right. So that's a really devastating thing to know. And here you are, you're going to be one of the speakers for this upcoming Women's Leadership in Sustainability Forum. So what is it, why do you feel that it's important for you to reach out and talk to people, and how do you intend to approach this topic, Ms. Mariani?
The importance of sustainability education, like the one that was just announced by our NRE Minister, Dr. Wan Junaidi recently, I really support that subject being inserted into the school's curriculum. I'm going to talk about the importance of speaking out against buying exotic wildlife as pet, and I'm going to talk about women's role in sustainability at various levels of society.
Right. So that's great. We're talking about women's role in sustainability itself, which is also what we're talking about today. And speaking about women empowerment and what we can do, Miss Claire, you're going to be a speaker for this forum as well. So how do you intend to approach to people? What do you intend to convey? What's the essence of your topic that we can expect?
Well, I'll be talking about the business approach and how we can have a for-profit business and still have a sustainable approach of doing business.
Right.
So, of course, my business is primarily on sustainability and how creating the lowest carbon emission you can. Meaning, if you shop at the Hive, again, all the products are in bulk. We try to work with the local farmers, organic farmers, of course, not industrial farming.
Right.
So it's very good for the community. So I'm going to try to tell people, look, this is how you can have a business. I'm encouraging people to copy our business model, which doesn't exist yet in Malaysia. Yes. Of course, don't create it in Bangsa because this is my territory. And KL, but everywhere else.
Do not do that. Bangsa, KL.
KL, yeah, but it's reserved. But for everywhere else, so every time I do speak, because I do speak a lot to school, and at the beginning I was like, I don't have the time. Again, I have so much to run. I don't have the time to do school talks. But now I do more and more school talks because I love it, because there's always few young girls who are 17 in the auditorium who are seriously, I mean, I didn't know, I'm like, I look like a grandma to them. I'm a 41-year-old woman. Thank you. But for as a child's point of view, I'm like the grandma, So, but no, they don't. So they were like, "Oh my God, you're my hero." I'm like, how is that possible? So then it started. It's not for an ego thing, not at all. It's like you have this little girl who come to you and they're saying, I want to do. They might have never thought about. Okay, they were looking at white-collar jobs, but never thought about being an entrepreneur or working on a sustainable field. Or all those things, but they see me, and for some reason, all of a sudden, they're like, "Yes,
I want to be like you."
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe not like me, but their own version. Yes, of course, something. But all of a sudden, I sort of like say, "Yes, girl." It's not that I work like Silicon Valley kind of things, but you can have something. You can create your own thing, and you can still have a profitable business and still have do good for the community.
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to do, and that's why I like to do more and more school talk now.
Right, and you can share what it actually takes.
And I never have the boys. It's always the girls who come to me. It's kind of funny. Yes.
Right. And why though?
I don't know. First of all, the sustainable, when they come to me, it's as soon as you talk about sustainable, to be honest, more than 50% is always women. I see it from school. And at the end of the talk, they're not shy. Or they ask question, of course, but they say, "Oh, you're my hero, you're my inspiration." I'm sorry, I don't want to say this. This is coming for children, so hold on. It's not like a big CEO coming to me, Sheryl Sandberg, saying, "Claire, you're fabulous." No, it's like a 15-year-old, but still, it's like so. I'm like, I hope in 10, 15 years you'll be the head of something, or you'll be on the board or something, and do good.
That means a lot coming from this innocent kids, because it's just pure perception of what they see in you. Exactly. So that's great. They'll be feeling your energy, your excitement, and your passion during that forum itself. And coming back to it, Ms. Yasmin, is it open to the public? Where can we gather more information? Is it open for everybody? Share with us.
No, it's for women only. I'm just kidding. It's for everyone. I mean, men are equally welcome. In fact, I'll be very happy if I see more male participants.
Yeah, support us, right?
Yeah. So basically, registration is encouraged because we have limited seats in that space.
Yes.
And anyone can go to the Kuala Lumpur Eco Film Fest website at kleff.my.
Right.
Just look for the tab that says Forum Series, and because there are multiple forums running as well, and sign up for this. And we're very happy as well that the Body Shop is, for everyone signing up, you get some really green goodies as well from them. So this is an incentive for anyone who's signing up to encourage you to come, and also, of course, not to miss out the opportunity to meet these ladies face to face.
Cannot miss out on this.
No, it shouldn't be. And I mean, if this is good, I hope that we can replicate this and encourage more university students to bring this kind of programs back to campus as well. I think like you said, schools is a good reach, and I think we need to start reaching out to the younger girls as well to make them see that a career in this field is very diverse. You can, if you love to play in a rainforest and you find your sense of comfort there, yes, you've got Mariani. But if you're like a more entrepreneurial individual, you've got someone like Claire.
Yes.
And then we've got like a sustainable architect, we've got turtle conservationists. So the kind of women that we got on board I'm speechless. Sometimes I don't even know how to describe them, but just feel them at the forum.
There's no words that can describe it. Even I can feel the energy from them, from all three of you today.
And this is only two.
I know, right? I'll be so mind blown if we'll be at the forum. Now, unfortunately, we can talk for hours today, but we don't have that much of time. So before I let three of you go, would you have any form of advice, things that you'd like to convey to fellow Malaysians, listeners of Traxx FM? Maybe we can begin with Ms. Mariani. What would you like to say? Any words for the listeners? Yeah. How to be inspired like you, perhaps.
How to be inspired? Maybe Miss Claire can answer it first.
Okay. But I learned something from Mariani. I didn't know people had wildlife animal as pets. I thought actually the gibbons were homeless because of deforestation. I didn't understand the fact that actually they were considered pets, which obviously is a primate. So this is a wild animal. So I'm actually a bit baffled that as of 2017 people still have wild animal in their house and they consider them pets. It's
ridiculous, right?
Absolutely. It's utter shame, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now, on my side, what I can say to people is live by the 5 R's. I promote massively the zero waste lifestyle. So it's simple. Refuse all the disposable. Reduce what you have in your house. Reuse. You replace the disposable by reusable. Say no to plastic straws. Say no to plastic bags. Say no to plastic bottles. Have your bag, your shopping bag with you constantly. All those kind of things. Recycle only because recycle is not part of the solution, guys. You have to refuse first. Because we can't recycle all this plastic. Plastic has different grades. It's a myth, okay? So refuse first. It starts with that. So if we all refuse all those disposable, we can have a massive impact.
Yes.
And rot compost.
Right.
Very important.
Let it rot.
Very important. Are you excited to be at the forum?
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to be like, telling them what they need to do, and I'm sure it's going to be an amazing one with both of you on the stage itself. And how about you, Miss Yasmin? Any words before I let you go?
Well, apart from trying to convince everyone to come and check the women out and enjoy the energy, I hope this would also be a good platform for our speakers to send a strong message out to all young mothers. This is a child-friendly event. If you want to bring your children, you should. If you have a teenage daughter, if you're thinking, I can't inspire her, but someone else may be able to inspire her, bring her over, because I'm bringing my 15-year-old. I think she needs to hear, she needs to be inspired that she doesn't have to follow the traditional way of career development.
Yes.
Just come and explore that.
Yes. Start them young, right?
Yeah.
Miss Mariani.
Sorry. I would like to convince the average Malaysian to protect the gibbons and the primates, since primate pet trade, especially gibbons, are booming in Southeast Asia and Malaysia right now. So I want to educate them that if you love them, let them live a lovely life in the ecosystem.
Right.
Biggest threat is exotic pet poaching, and poaching is driven by demand. Demand is from the public.
Yeah.
And for public, gibbons in the house is cool. Why? Because cool artists, cool rich people, cool celebrities have them and post them in their social media.
Malaysian celebrities?
Yes, Malaysian. Unfortunately, Malaysian.
Yeah. When you put it in that perspective, it sounds really dumb for them to do this.
Yeah.
Stop doing it.
Yes, I say
You said the D word.
Okay. But it is the truth. And why do you do that, right?
Yeah.
Let them be free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it starts a perpetual cycle,
Thank you so much for that word of advice, Ms. Mariani. If you don't know what a gibbon is, just go on Google, get to know it a little bit more. You can get all the information, right?
And also they can visit our website, Facebook page, where Gibbon Protection Society Malaysia, GPSM.
Yeah, right. Wonderful. So we can't wait to have you both. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's an absolute pleasure to see the three of you.
Thanks for
I'm
having
feeling
us.
so inspired. The woman power going on. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I was speaking to Ms. Yasmin Rasyid, the Kuala Lumpur Eco Film Festival Honorary Advisor, also the founding president of EcoKnights, Ms. Claire Sancelot, the Sustainability Advocate Master of Zero Waste Lifestyle, the Hive Bulk Foods, and Ms. Mariani Ramli, primatologist, wildlife researcher, president of Gibbon Protection Society Malaysia, GPSM. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank
you.
you, Sophia.
Have a wonderful one at the forum.
Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am taking a break to make way for the news at 12 p.m. My name is Sophia, and this is Traxx Momentum.
Direct to your home, in the car, or at work with 50,000 watts of power and no satellite dish required.
My boy is mad high. One touch, I'm shell-shocked. Makes my hot box try non-stop. Could have been a one-night stand, oh man. Could have been a passing thing. Just a little boom, boom, bang. But we keep going again and going again. Oh, this healing won't stop. He makes me jackpot. My eyes are bloodshot. Dumbstruck. Think we got a perfect I'm weighing that fame, standing in the rain, gonna drive a woman insane, yeah. My fingers following a tattoo of the angel wings. This devil starts to grin, cause I'm his favorite kind of sin. This must be love, cause if the night our words are tongue tied up, and our tattoo sounds like double touch, like we drank too much, yeah, one sweet touch. Oh, words come out like
Enjoy the beauty and serenity of nature while strolling along the country's earliest lake garden in Taiping.
Treat your ears with music from Traxx FM.
105.3 Taiping Perak.